new weekly challenge is here, and it's the apocalypse mode, but you have normal speed and sprint this time. So I view it as a nice little training ground for the apocalypse challenge. Let me show you some of the best tips to get through this and easily identify the ghost. So the first tip, which we've already done, is go into the options video, turn your brightness up to 4. The breaker is broken, can't use it, can't use flashlights. This is just a great way to see. Always start with a smudge stick and a lighter at minimum. I would start with an electronic equipment after that. I prefer the paramic so you have a better idea of where the ghost is. In this challenge, since it is restricted, you're going to kind of already have an idea of the direction to go. So the paramic is not as necessary, but having an electronic item can also help rule out yokai or revenant or myling, anything like that. It'll also help in identifying because there is no evidence. So now that we are in, you want to run to the chapel. So the chapel, because we have no hiding spots, the chapel at least has one hiding spot. Now it is hunting. I don't know where the ghost is, but it's also very bright in here and there are a lot of candles. One thing you need to keep in mind, you don't have to get the ghost photo. You don't have to get all the objectives. All you have to do is get the ghost type to win. So it's not quite like the apocalypse challenge, just the similar settings. So what you want to do now is listen for the ghost. Let's see. Let's turn on our paramic, see if we have a reading. Seems like it's going to be downstairs, I guess. So the ghost is downstairs. Now, what you can do, there's a few options here with this. You can reset to get a ghost. It's going to be closer towards the entrance that you can hear more easily. Or you can try to go down there and find a hiding spot. I would like to at least see if we can hear it. Because, you know, if you die and you get the ghost type right, it still counts. It still counts. So let's see. That ghost is really fast. Kind of sounds like it's getting fast, it's slowing down. I think it's a Hauntu. That's curious. Let's see if we're right. It was a Thay. Okay, I knew it was super fast. I just haven't had a Thay in a while. But this is also a good idea to talk about another trick that you can do. A great way to listen to footsteps is going to be to use this awesome site that I'll leave a link to in the description. So this guide was made by Severely Zero and it is awesome. It tells you a lot of information about all the ghosts, but what it can also do is tell you about ghost speed. So for instance, we're going to go here and increase the ghost speed to 150, and then we're going to come over here and click Thay and click this button, and you can listen to how it's going to sound like. So super helpful if you know you got a fast ghost. So for instance, we thought it might have been a Hauntu. They are very, very similar. So sometimes it is just kind of a guessing game. You can do other stuff to try to look for it as well, like freezing breath and can you age the Thay at all, which in a regular apocalypse challenge, I would not want to do. But on this, you could try to grab crucifixes, smudges, do that to figure it out. But you can also use this site to help you figure it out because it will also tell you about behavior, hunt speed, evidence. Very useful resource. I highly recommend, especially for this challenge. Now let's try this again, but hopefully one that we can look at the chapel in. All right, so I just heard a door close, so we should be pretty good. Okay. Sounds like a little slow at times, but definitely not going to be a myling. So like I said, the first thing you want to do, listen to the footsteps, listen and try to rule out ghosts this way. So like with this, we can rule out a Moroi. Also rule out a myling because we heard the footsteps without the equipment malfunctioning. Rule out Diogen, rule out Thay. Rule out Hauntu. Rule out Revenant. I think it is normal, so I don't think it's going to be the twins. Then you can just sort of guess from here. That's why you're in here, because it's also increased lighting. So the ghost is around here. We may, since we do have full speed, like you can possibly go to the room. It's going to be very dangerous. I would recommend towards the end, As you're ruling out ghosts, you can rule any by getting really close to it. You'll be good. But now let's see if we can take a look at the ghost and see what it is. See if we can rule out a phantom or a oni or maybe an obake if we get lucky and it shapeshifts, which I had that happen when I did my apocalypse run. Some ghosts like the Goryo. You're not gonna be able to tell. Mayor's gonna be very difficult. Hello? Okay. Might be dead. Might not have been the smartest of moves. 153. All right. All right. So I got time now. You wanna time it. So what we also know is that we can rule out an oni. We can rule out a phantom. Invisible long. So it wasn't visible for a long time and it wasn't there for a long time. Now maybe we can get a banshee scream. That would be great. So we're gonna try that in the meantime while we're keeping our smudge timer. All right. So if it's a demon, it'll hunt us within 30 seconds. Not. It'll be something else. And we'll see if it's a spirit or not. Yeah, it should be able to hunt us now. I mean, really, I'm not thinking it's a banshee or a wraith because it... Maybe it is a banshee or a wraith. Does it just move that? So did it teleport? So we are still safe right now. I'm honestly, I'm thinking banshee or wraith now, based on that. Those are the only ghosts that could teleport, unless it's a mimic, but not a spirit. I'm not thinking it's a demon. Honestly, based on the fact that it teleported to us, or at least I'm pretty sure it did. Now it's a question of, is it a wraith or is it a banshee? Let's try like a wraith or banshee test. We're gonna stay up here up front. We're gonna see the ghost will teleport to us. So we'll get assault. We'll get an EMF reader. Probably should do a crucifix as well, just to be safe. All right, still survived. So, well, I probably should have dropped the smudge stick, but we're just gonna get, or the EMF reader. Now we're just gonna sit here and wait. I mean, maybe it's not a teleporting ghost, but that's kind of odd. How it moved the thing. Well, the cross, I guess, is what you would say. Okay. Let's see. So if a wraith uses its teleporting ability on you, it will cause the EMF reader to go off. You'll get EMF 2 reading. And we should not get an EMF 2 reading here. Unless it was the twins. The sound did normal speed. For 150%, of course. But it could throw it off. I mean, if we're not getting a teleporting ghost, which is the only time I really felt like it possibly could have teleported to us. Or it could have just roamed very far. I don't know. I'm not getting teleporting vibes, though. I feel like a banshee would have done some ghost events on us by now. I don't know. Based on the fact that it messed with that, let's just try twins. Maybe I was wrong. Let's try it. Let's see. I could be wrong. I was a mimic. Probably I could have mimicked a teleported ghost. So again, that's one that's kind of lame. You could have brought a ghost orb in there. Video camera to see the ghost orb, but that's going to be very, very difficult. But you know, that's the strategy that you want to take. And if you're in there a while, just guess. Yeah, my strategy is get you a ghost that's close to the chapel as possible. It's not downstairs, not worrying about other stuff. It's nice and lit in there. If you want to see how I completed the apocalypse challenge, you can click or tap the screen right now. Maybe it'll help you on this. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Happy hunting.